Hi there. You may or may not already know this, but a week ago, my grandmother passed away. That was a difficult day, so I did not do a video last week because it was too hard to talk about it, but doing much better now. But in thinking back and looking at my grandmother and her life, she was such a sweet and kind spirit. We were so blessed to have her for the 92 years that we were able to have her, and she had a wonderful life. I always loved hearing the stories that my mom would tell about her when my mom was young, and the stories about her when my grandma was young. Stories like her going to the beach wearing a sheath dress and high heels because that was her style. She was an elegant, classy lady, and that's how she liked to dress. And my grandpa took pictures, and I saw the photos, and she just looked stunning, and that's how she liked to be, just this beautiful, classy lady. But what stuck out to me most, what sticks in my mind most about her is just her sweetness and her kindness. She always had a kind word for everyone, was always sweet to everyone, always had a compliment. I don't know that I ever saw her angry. I mean, I'm sure she probably was at times, but I don't think I ever witnessed it because that just wasn't part of her disposition. She was really an incredible woman. Going back when she was even younger, she got married quite young. I think she was about 19. And a few years into marriage, she learned that her husband was abusive. And so I think she was around 25 years old at this point, with 3 children, ages 4 to 6 months. She divorced him, got a job, and fully supported herself and her 3 kids completely by herself. Now, mind you, this was in the mid 50s. This is during a time when women really did not do things like this. So I can't even say how proud I am of her for being strong enough and courageous enough to take such a bold move to get herself and her children out of such a toxic and dangerous situation. It's really remarkable. And then a few years later, she met my grandpa, and they got married. He adopted her 3 kids, my mom included, and they had another child together. And they had 62 beautiful years together. My grandpa is still with us, so they were married 62 years as of her passing, which was just incredible. They had a wonderful life. But like I said, what I remember about her most is her strength and her courage, but also just her sweetness and her kindness. Just how she always treated everybody with respect and kindness. So it makes you think, what kind of a legacy do you want to leave for those who know you? If you're blessed to have children, what kind of a legacy are you leaving for them? How do you want people to remember you? What do you want them to learn from you? What sort of example are you setting for them that you might want them to emulate? And is there an example you're setting that perhaps you don't want to be setting? Maybe shift that a little bit. Or is there an example that you've desired to set for your kids or for others that you haven't quite gotten there yet? And maybe now this is the time to think about venturing down that path. I know it's a huge question. It can be a really heavy question, but it's a very important one. We are so blessed to know that despite the amazing 92 years that my grandma had and that we had with her, most importantly, we know that she is in heaven now. She is in a place where there is no suffering, no pain, no sickness ever, which is just wonderful. And we know that we're going to get to see her again. And that makes us so happy. And we're also blessed with the legacy that she left behind and the reminder of how important it is how we treat others and how we want to have people remember us. So just something to think about. And I know it is a big question, but if you're willing to share, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.